Hello out there, Night Guy here. Got a quick one that I'm gonna go through real fast for you here. This is a new Gambeson padded jacket, sometimes also called an Aketon, from what I've seen, that I just received in. This is from Velez Handmade. This was actually pretty inexpensive. I got this one for about 60 bucks, and so far can't complain. I would say this one is my personal favorite of Gambesons that I have. Um, Not due to any fault of the makers. At the time when I ordered them, I didn't know much about Gambesons or making them, and the problems I had were with measurements, kind of on my end. Plus, I made the mistake of getting Gambesons that attach and fasten right down the center, which unfortunately, the way they designed those kind of leave a little bit of a gap there, which just isn't good. Under chainmail, it's fine. You don't even see it in that sense, so that's not really going to matter. Um, but you don't have the padding there. I would think the idea would be to be protected down the center line. Also, up here, um, a lot of Gambesons will come with a gap there, which just doesn't make much sense to me. I don't know how historically accurate that was, that sort of design. I've seen a lot of different cultures using padded jackets, so I'm not even sure how historically accurate this design is. I don't think they had, a lot of belt-styled leather straps back in the day, but this kind of reminds me of a similar fencing jacket that I use very often. And it works extremely well as a fencing jacket should. But it has the same idea that really got me to liking that. Let me show you the fencing jacket. The fencing jacket is a little beat up. Obviously, I would not be able to compete with this. I'm just going to lay it down over it. You can see next to it. You can see similar idea. Protects your neck fully. And it mounts down the side here. So your center line is covered. This thing, obviously, I wouldn't be able to compete in. It's really dirty. That's from me wearing chainmail over it. But obviously, I use it for training. It's really nice. It's just, honestly, not to be a wimp or anything, but training out there, me and Tiger Ninja have been getting, I guess you could say, a little bit better, which makes things sometimes a little more dangerous. So I enjoy having the extra padding when you could get one. I like this. It reminds me a lot of my fencing jacket. This one I've already tried on. It is extremely comfortable, as well as it actually fits me right. The other thing I messed up on the previous Gambesons that I got were actually the sleeve length. I didn't measure my arms right. My arms are a little long, and they just don't quite fit right. I have to wear extra, cloth protection there to fill the gap. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get this one on here in a second just to show you how it wears. Interesting research that I found out recently. I was watching a Metatron video, and he was mentioning that these sort of Gambesons or padded jackets, in this configuration where they're thick and poofy, may not have been commonly worn by your knight in the earlier periods, I guess, just due to the depictions that you see, and normally when they were in chainmail, as their primary armor, underneath it, they weren't poofy. You'd see separate soldiers, with these sort of jackets. So he mentions that this probably would have been a standalone setup, which is just absolutely crazy thinking about going into battle with just that as your protection. But I guess with the right skill and a good shield, you should be able to do some work in it. Good helmet, of course. But anyhow, I'm going to model it on myself here in a second. I wouldn't go into full battle. You'll see me use this, with a combination of chainmail and or plates. Or when I do the synthetic training using nylon weapons and plastic weapons and wood. I will still have, sometimes plastic plates, over this to protect myself even further. But I'm going to go ahead and try it on here in a second and, just suit up, show you what it looks like, get dressed up as, just a common soldier, I guess. Thanks for joining us. I'm really pleased with this Gambeson. Go ahead and check them out. That's Velez Handmade.